right, right, right into the podcast. So today we're going to be talking about connections. So in life, we have connections with people. We have connections with business. We have connections with people that we know. But it's also about how we get our connections and what are they benefiting from us. That's what I wanted to talk about today. Like, what does your connections benefit you from? Are they benefiting you in a positive way or in a negative way? Which one, are they benefiting you from? Because sometimes it can be positive, but it's not working like it's supposed to. Like for me, I'm trying to build more positive people in my life so I can get to where I want to be at in life. But it's also how do you get your connections where you don't have to worry about like what that person's going to say about you, because to be honest, really, it's not our job to worry about our connections. That's so important. It's not our job to worry about our connections. For me, I pray about it, then ask God, who are you? Who is supposed to be in my life to put me at this point in my life? That's what I want us to think about, right? So it's like, how do you go about getting your connections and making sure that they're positive, that they're placing you in the right direction? Like for me this year, I have 2 brand new connections. Well, not brand new, I knew them for a while. And they've been, helping me to be at a more positive perspective. Because sometimes, this is normal for all of us. Some of us, well, not some of us, but all of us are going to have those people in our lives that's going to speak negative over us and tell us that we're not going to make it. What are you doing? This is not where you're supposed to be. Only to be honest, at this time in our lives, it's so important to have the right connections. It's so important because, if we want to get to our destiny and get to where we want to be at in life, we need to understand that our connections matter. Our connections matter, right? So that's what I want you guys to think about is, who are my connections first? Who are my connections? Secondly, are they building positive vibes in my life? Number 3, where is it going? That's those 3 pointers that I want to leave with you guys today. Who are my connections? Are they building positive vibes? And where is it going? So, for me, I have a few people that for these last few years, they've just been building me up to where now I'm like, dang, like how did all this happen in just a short amount of time? Because I have people that are behind me on everything that I'm dreaming about and want to happen. You can't, let me say this. You can't have dreams and goals and don't have positive people around you to get to where you want to go. You just can't, because, you have to have a set mindset, and then also you have to have goals and a plan. That's another thing. Plan. You have to have a plan for everything. For me, sometimes, I'm not going to lie, sometimes plans don't always flow like you want them to flow, but it ends up happening anyway. So, like, I'll give you guys an instance, for instance. So, like, with me, I wanted to get my driver's license, right? So, I wanted to get my driver's license. Excuse me, guys, it's a little hot in my car. But I wanted to get my driver's license. I talked to a few friends that said, hey, man, I want to get my driver's license. I want to do this, I want to do that. And it helped me to get to where I am right now, which is sitting in my own car. You know? So it's like, even though you're going to have those negative people, they're like, you don't need your driver's license right now. That's why it's you have to pray for them, but at the same time, move on. You know? At the same time, you have to move on and say, hey, I need my driver's license. I need to build my business. I need to do this. I need to do that, you know. But you always have to have a plan. That's plan key. You always have to have a plan to get to where you want to go at in life. And then also, you have to pray about it. That's what I was always taught, is that you have to pray over what you're planning to do for your life. That's always plan key. I have never done anything without prayer. Never done anything without prayer, because prayer motivates me to get to my next step. So like I've been praying and asking God to lead me in the right directions of people, you know, that will lead me into my next step in life. And sometimes I notice that friends just disappear. And then I figure out later they're not supposed to be there anyway. You know? So it's like some people leave out of your life to make room for more positive people to come around. So that's what I want to leave with you guys today, is that, you know, who are your connections? What are they doing for you? Like, what are they having positive vibes? Then also, where is it taking you to? Because you can have positive people, but when they give you advice, what are you doing with that advice? That's something that I've always, you know, tried to take from people, is that when they give me advice, listen to it, pray over it, and then make your final decision of what you want to do with that advice. Because sometimes that advice could be good, it can be good, but also it may not be what you want to do. You know, so I'll give you guys another example. So I have a few people that are right now currently friends with me, and they just been, you know, like just checking in, seeing how I'm doing, and trying to figure out what, like what are my next steps and what are my next goals. Actually, one of my people that I look up to is right here on Facebook with me now. So it's very important, guys. It's very important to have those people that are going to lead you to your next step in life. It's very important, very important. That's why I wanted to talk about connections, because connections is what leads you to your next goal and your next step in life. But you can't do that without prayer and without having positive people around. You know, because if you want to get to that next step, just try these steps that I'm telling you. Just try it. Because it works. Trust me, it works. I'm sitting in an answered prayer right now. I'm sitting in an answered prayer right now, because I've had people praying for me to get my license, praying for me to get to my next step in life. And it's working. So I want you guys to evaluate, right? Evaluate where are my connections at right now. You know, we may talk and we may hang out, but are they leading you to where you're supposed to go at in life? Are they leading you to your goals? Are they leading you to where you want to be at in life right now? So, I didn't want to be on here for too long, but I just wanted to come on here and do this podcast. I have 2 more podcasts that's coming up. Friendships and commitment. Friendships and commitment. I wanted to talk about those 2 for the next coming up year. I'm so excited about 2022. I don't know what to do, because in my heart, I feel that 2022 is going to be a better year. I feel like 2022 is a year of better things for me, and better connections, better friends, better people to talk to. And I'm not saying that we're not gonna all have hard times. Yes, we are, but that's where those connections come in at. Those connections will tell you what to do when you're having hard times, right? So that's why we have to pray about our connections, see where God wants us to go with those connections. I just wanted to come on here and say that I haven't did a podcast in a while because I've been, evaluating and thinking about some things for this podcast, because I want to start putting this into work for next year. But I thank you guys for all your support. I thank you guys for watching. But don't forget, those 3 pointers. Who are your connections? Where are they taking you to? And what's most important about those connections, right? So, connections, like I said, I'm going to keep saying that. Connections are very important. Very important. Because for me, to be honest, without connections, my mind will be all over the place. Because sometimes I sit there and I laugh, because some people that I have in my corner, they can be thinking the same thing that I'm thinking about right now, right? So it's like, that means when they're on the same page with you and they're agreeing and praying that whatever this goal is and whatever this dream is that you're thinking about, they're on the same page with you. And that's what connections are supposed to do. They're supposed to be on the same page. They're supposed to be in agreement with what you're trying to do. But at the same time, if they have some ideas, oh yeah, they're gonna tell you about it and tell you, hey, let's try this, let's try that, and see how this works out. Pray about it first and see what you want to do next. So, but I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time. I thank you guys for watching once again. Hopefully, you will see more of these podcasts, as it's just been crazy with my schedule. That's why I haven't really been doing them, because I don't want to, start, doing these again and then my schedule gets all messed up. So, once again, today we were talking about connections, connections on how are they influencing you? How are they building you up to your next step in life? So that's about it, guys. I thank you guys for watching once again. Have a